Hey y'all, it's your favorite Armadillo Lord here, and with 2 badges in hand, I have the 3rd badge in my sight, but it seems Team Magma and Aqua are determined to cause some problems for me. This is how my journey went. We continued this journey by going into Granite Cave to find Steve and deliver the letter to him. Before venturing further, a hiker gave me the HM for Flash, and I put it to good use as I taught it to Lombre to have him use it. I eventually make it to the end of the cave where I find Steven and deliver the letter to him. With all my tasks done here, I depart from Dewford Town to my next destination, which is Slateport City, where I need to deliver the goods that Team Aqua has been trying to steal. Unfortunately, I can't complete my delivery as Captain Stern isn't here, so I gotta look for him. During my exploration, my routes evolved into Curlia. Going into the museum, I see that it's infested with Team Aqua. I eventually made it to Captain Stern, but before I can deliver the goods to him, Aqua Grunts made their 3rd attempt to steal the goods, which they weren't that difficult to fend off, and to pour salt in their wounds, their boss, Archie, is here to see what's taken them so long and scold them. After all that, the Devon goods are finally given to the right person. I was then scouted by Scott after dealing with Team Aqua. Needing a little break, I take a little flight to Pacific Log Town to see what it has to offer. Seeing that it has an evolution item that I need, I backtrack to catch a Pokemon from a previously inaccessible area. Eventually, I make it back home and search for Applin, as some shipments from Galar had some stowaways and they made their home here. During that search, I stumbled across an Eevee and I caught it to add to my collection. After a good amount of time, the little apple dragon appeared and I was able to catch the stubborn little guy. I then swap out Lombre for my favorite dragon from Galar. While trying to train and get money before flying back to Pacific Log Town, I bumped into Professor Birch and he told me to keep an eye out for May. After a few battles, I had enough money to buy the syrup apple. Giving the apple immediately to Applin evolves him into Diplin. Once that was taken care of, I went back to Route 110 to get Diplin up to snuff. I then went into the trick house to get more experience for my team and get some extra cash. During this session, my Snubbull evolved into Granbull. Eventually, I defeated the Trick Master and he tells me to come back for his next challenge, which I'll completely forget about. So I'm now back on the route to find trainers to battle. One of the trainers was May, and this will be our 3rd battle with her. Starting off strong, we have Curly take down her Wingull. Curly keeps it going as he knocks out Growlithe. But the streak isn't extended to 3 knockouts as Grovyle defeats Curly, so I send a Vulpix to avenge him, which he's able to do, taking down Grovyle and defeating May for a 3rd time. Once the remaining trainers were defeated, I made it to Mawile City. Before challenging the gym, we see Wally being delusional and thinking that he can take on the gym. So I give him a reality check with a curb stopping and set his mind straight. Once that was quickly dealt with, I headed on in to give the gym a legitimate challenge. During this challenge, my Trapinch evolves into a Vibrava, giving me a more powerful Pokemon to deal with the Electro-type gym. With the trainers taken care of, all that's left is the challenge Wattson. Beginning strong, Vibrava takes down Volbeat. Keeping the ball rolling, Manectric is no match for my new dragon. Magneton was no sweat for Vibrava as he one-shotted it. To finish up the match, Vibrava bulldozes Flaffy into submission, defeating Wattson and securing my 2nd gym badge. After that successful battle, I visited the game corner where winners like me belong. I then head on towards Wally's place to see how he's doing. While also at his place, I have a chat with his family to get their thoughts on how he's holding up. To make my life a bit easier, I got a bike from the generous shop owner. Before leaving the city, I get an HM for a Rock Smash. Giving it a test run, I smash some of the rocks to clear the next path. Before going up the route, I challenge the Windstrait family. The first member to deal with is Victor, and we take down his Pidgeotto with ease. Making quick work, Curlia knocks out Zigzagoon and defeats Victor. The next family member to deal with is Victoria. Swapping into Vulpix, we fire spin Sunflora to submission and defeat Victoria quickly. Up next is Vivi, in which we make quick work of her Marrow. Then keeping it rolling by folding her Numel. Finishing off with a kiss, we drain Tangela and nearly restore all of Curly's health. The final member of the family to deal with is Vicky, and she's definitely the least as we one-shot her Meditite and quickly defeat Vicky. We then learn there's one other family member who's more powerful than the rest, and we'll have to watch out for them on our journey. After that, we picked a fight with the media. Once all that was taken care of, we made it to Route 112. I then crossed through the fiery path. All of this exhausts both me and my Pokemon, so I take a rest at an old lady's house, which was needed as we trek through the ashes of Route 113. It doesn't take too long to get back to breathing normally as we make it to Fall Arbor Town. While in town, I meet Professor Elm, and he gave me a challenge, catch 50 Pokemon and receive a reward. So I get to work on hitting that goal by going on to Route 114 to see what new Pokemon I can catch. During my searching and catching, I eventually end up in Meteor Falls to see what else I can capture. My session is then interrupted by Team Magma, who steals a meteorite from a scientist, so I have to go get it back from them. Before I do that, I was able to hit the catch goal, and Professor Elm gifted me a spiky-eared Pichu. On my way to confront Team Magma, I'm gifted a Paldean egg from a kind Aqua Grunt. When it hatched, it was revealed to be a Tinkatink. I then received the HM for Strength after helping clear the path for a couple. After all that, I take a cable car to Mount Chimney. We then find Magma and Aqua Grunts clashing. Not wanting to miss out on the fun, I get into a clash with the leader of Team Magma, Maxie. Starting off the bat with a kiss, I have Curly smooch Mighty Anna into submission. Camerup unfortunately doesn't have the face for kisses, so I swap into Vibrava. He gives Camerup's face a good stomping and takes him down. The same could not be said about Gligar, as he took out my dragon, so I thought at the time that it would be a good idea to send in my Vulpix against him. But he holds on by a sliver of health, as he's able to beat down Vulpix into submission. Now I have to send him Marshtop to finish the job, which he's able to do as Gligar is soaked into the ground and washes Maxie away to defeat. Once all the hostilities have subsided, we head down a jagged path. While going through the path, we stumble across the Charmander. Since I boxed my Charizard during my last ROM hack playthrough Recharge Yellow, I decided to catch her and add her to my team. So I make it to Lava Ridge Town and head immediately to the Pokemon Center. Once I logged into the PC, I swapped out my Vulpix for the Charmander. And that's how the stream went, as we dealt with both Team Magma and Aqua, also getting our third gym badge with less hassle when compared to our brawl with Brawly. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy this journey, leave a like on this video and subscribe for more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.